All right, everybody, welcome to the Wednesday night Build Your Business. I know there's 23 people here. I get it. We're having a texting issue, and I sent out emails to everybody through the school community, sent that out today, and then also put it inside the Facebook group, our private Facebook group. It's in there as well, the link and stuff that we're doing this tonight. We mentioned it last night also, but what's important is the people that are here. That's what's important. The people that are not here, they're important. They just have something else to do, I guess. I don't know. All right, so let's get this thing started. So tonight, what we're talking about, for those of you that are curious, we have been talking about this TikTok stuff. Now, let me preface it with this. When it comes to this TikTok training, we're going to kind of get pretty deep into it this evening. And we're going to cover things like, well, how do I go live? We're going to do some basic stuff, because a lot of people don't understand basic stuff when it comes to TikTok. It seems to them like, just like it was to me when I started last year, it seemed like a huge animal that I was going to have to tackle and figure it out or choke it down. I didn't know what I was going to have to do. But I just went in there and I'm just that guy. I'll figure this out. I'm just that guy. But a lot of people aren't built that way, and I fully understand. So what I'm going to tell you is this. We're going to cover some basic stuff today, some basics. How do you go live? How do you even start a TikTok channel? And if you go live, what do I got to do to go live? Because I can't go live yet. How do I get 500 followers to go live? And then once I go live, hey, I don't put a link in my deal. It won't let me. How do I put a link in there? How many followers do I need with that? What should I say when I do go live? What should I say when I do little videos of myself? How do I do that? There's a lot of things. So we're going to cover that this evening. Okay, and I'm going to start it off by giving you my experience with TikTok that I started in 2024 around March. Yeah, somewhere in there, around March 2024. There was a lot of things in my head about TikTok that I wasn't sure about. One of the things that I wasn't sure about, I'm like, what am I doing in TikTok? You're not supposed to be in TikTok when you're my age. That was my thought process. And as I'm watching, when I loaded TikTok on my phone and I'm just watching it, I'm going, hold on, there's people my age on TikTok doing stuff. They're not up dancing around acting foolish, but they're doing things like talking about a business, talking, just showing people their business. I watch guys building wooden flags, American flags out of wood, going live, going, okay, I understand. So it gave me a little bit of relaxation, not so much anxiety about going and doing a TikTok channel. So here's what I did, y'all. This is what I do with every single thing I do. I promise you. If I don't know how to go do TikTok, if I don't know how to set up TikTok, if I don't know how to do a short recording, if I don't know how to put the words on the screen in the recording, I go to YouTube University. YouTube University. If you want to know about TikTok and you want to learn about TikTok, every single thing is in there. So I taught myself how to shoot a short video. I taught myself how to go put words on the screen, one step at a time. And I'm still not good at it. I'm not. Some of the people here do some great videos and stuff on the screen and flashing lights. And I'm like, whoa, that's a lot. That's a lot. So I just want you to know, when it comes to TikTok and you feel anxious about it, don't. Or do, and just get over it. I mean, I don't know a better way to put it. Just get over it. Go educate yourself on what you're doing, okay? Because everything that you try in your life for the first time, you're anxious about it. Your new job, you're anxious about it. Your first date, you're anxious. Everything new you try in life, you're anxious about it. You just are. The first time you go bid on a job, you're anxious about it. Just everything you do, riding a bicycle for the first time, you're anxious about it. You are. It's human nature. So don't let that bother you. Try to get past that and just go educate yourself. Just go to YouTube and go in there and just start typing TikTok. TikTok for beginners. TikTok, how do I make an account? It's all in there. Everything is in there 100%. Now, does this mean you have to do TikTok? No, doesn't mean that. And we're going to cover some of that this evening, but what I want to do. That is my take on TikTok. And I'm not a big TikTok guy. I'm really not. I mean, I guess I could be. People tell me I could be, but I guess I'm not listening. I got too much stuff going on. And I understand people got stuff going on. But I am going to listen. I am going to do what I should be doing on TikTok. I will get myself out there. I am going to start doing it. And one of the things that people find out about TikTok is I don't know what to say. I don't know where to get the content. How do you do those little videos? What do you put in there? So I'm going to stop talking because I am far from the TikTok expert. But what I would appreciate while we're doing this, either while someone's speaking, if you have a question that pops up in your mind about TikTok and what we're doing here, please put it in the chat. Add it in the chat, put it in the chat. We'll be watching the chat. We'll make sure you get your question answered. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to bring up, we all know that they're working. There's a lot of people here. We're going to talk to all of them this evening because everybody has a different retrospect and vision on what TikTok is, what it is, what it's not, those kind of things. So I'm going to start with Philip. He didn't know it, but I'm going to start with Philip. Starting with Philip. But then we're going to go to Bobby, then we're going to go to Jim. We're going to go to a few people here that's doing TikTok. We're going to go to Dee, because I know Dee is just now hitting the live thing. And she got her first person signed up in TikTok on the live thing. So, Philip, here's where I want to start with you. I don't want to go straight to the part of the hard part, what you can and can't say. We'll get to that. What I want to do, Philip, is I want you to explain to people the simplicity of once you have your TikTok account, because they can go to YouTube and download TikTok. That's easy. But once you have your TikTok account and you want to start getting followers, let's be serious. Followers is the whole thing about TikTok. It's not about going viral. I'll tell you about that in a minute. It's about followers. It's about engagement. It's not about viral. Okay, Philip. So once you have your account, what do you tell people, or what do you think should happen for a person to literally, what is the first thing I need to be doing to be able to put videos or something out there that people can see and start following me? What is that protocol? What should I do?
What I would do to start growing your following is, I know a lot of people, there's a few on here that probably know do it. It's called, a lot of y'all don't know what SEO is. SEO is something to where, like when you make a video, what you do is like how you go over to the right, there's all these options you have when you're making a video, you get ready to upload it. You can put like stickers, you can write stuff on the screen. What you do is you hit text, like you're going to write something on the screen, and you just put a few keywords in there, like make money from home, put Fun Saver Network in there. Just keywords that you think. And when I say keywords, a lot of you, are on TikTok already, but a keyword is something that's searchable. When somebody goes in and types in a keyword, like how to make a doghouse, that's a keyword. And that's when the internet knows which direction to point you. So in SEOs, all you do is write a few things on the screen, and all you do is you swipe it off the screen. Just swipe it off the screen to where you can't see it no more. And algorithm in TikTok picks that up. And that's kind of how it knows how to kind of categorize what that video is about. And a lot of people, that's a lot of work. But if you want to get your following built up, you got to get your videos out there, even if they're just plain and simple. In the first 5 seconds, you need to put a nice little hook, what you're talking about, what your pain point is, what you can do in the video, talk about how you explain how you can fix their pain point.
Give me an example.
Okay.
Hold on. Before you do that, let's back up a minute, because you're putting a lot of stuff out there. We
Right.
talk SEO and swiping off the screen. Look, I want you to talk to people here like they've never done TikTok. They know nothing about it.
Okay.
So when you jump right into SEO, they don't even know what that stands for. I don't know what you mean by putting something on the screen and swiping off the screen. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? All I want to do right now is I want to start a TikTok account. That's what I want to do. And then I want you to tell me, how do I make a video?
Okay. All to do to make a video is you sign into your account, you go to your profile, and at the very bottom of your screen, you'll have a few options. You can do a photo, you can do a video, you can go live if you have that option already. If not, the option won't be there. But all you do, if you just like you want to make a simple video of yourself talking, just swipe it over to video, and then you have options. You can have, like, I think it's like a 15-second video, a minute video, and I think the highest I think is 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I always go straight to the 10 minutes because I don't know how long I'm going to make the video. It might be 30 seconds. It might be 2 minutes. You never know when you start talking. So I just go straight to the 10 minutes. It doesn't mean you have to make a 10-minute video. You have up to 10 minutes to do the video. Just do a plain, simple video talking about the business. Like, let's say we're talking about making the money part of this membership. The first 5 seconds video needs to be some kind of a hook talking about what you're going to be talking about in that video. Well, it's like making money from home. Just say something. Hey, what if I was to tell you how you can make money from home? That's a hook. You're giving somebody information about what the video is about. Then you go in and explain it a little bit, how to make the money, how to make money with the membership, and then close it with, listen here, if this is something you're interested in, go check out my bio, my link's in there, go check it out. It's simple. It just, like I said, put a hook, put a subject, and put an ending. Your call to action.
Okay, so there's a question in there. Isn't the amount of time you have to make videos based on your followers?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
If you just have one follower on your account, or zero, you can make up to a 10-minute video. The follower don't have nothing to do with your length of your videos or anything like that. You can make.
So, okay, great. So I want to stop right there for a minute. I want to stop there. Now, Jim, I got a question for you. So now we've got the account downloaded on our phone. We got TikTok, right? And now I got to go build a profile. How do I got to put my picture up there and do all of that stuff? I got to put that profile in there?
Yes. You got to put I mean, it's best if you do put a picture of yourself, because then people will know who you are. They can relate to you. If you put like a picture of your dog or a scenery, I mean, you can do that if you want. But to me, I think you need to put a picture of yourself on there just so people can relate to you and know that you're actually a real human being.
Okay.
And so when they look at your picture and, like I say, you start going live, and they go scroll through the deals, like, oh, this person's live. Oh, that person. All they got to do is look at the picture. Oh, that's Bobby. Oh, hey, that's Jim. Or that's D. Just by looking at their picture. And then your profile, when you fill out your profile, it's just put something simple in there. It don't have to be this long chapter. Just put in there, hey, I'm in here doing internet marketing, like to help you, better your life and by creating income off of a membership. Just something a little basic about what you are, what you're doing. And
Agreed.
that's all you got to do. It's simple.
So, Mr. Jim Alley, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we've got the TikTok account now. We got our profile built, and I'm ready to make my first video. And I am nervous as all get out. I don't know what to do. But when I click that little plus button at the bottom and I can see myself on the camera and it starts recording me. Just because I make that video, does everybody see it?
No, not you have the option of whether or not you move forward with it, you delete it and redo it. You can, and I would recommend, when I first started this last year, I was recording from my phone. Recording in my, I should say, I record both on my phone outside of TikTok using just my camera. I used to record just using my iPhone directly into my photo gallery, and I would mess with it there. I since switched to most of the things I'll record it right in the TikTok app. They've got more tools now and things like that. But just because you hit record doesn't mean you're stuck with that. You can pause it, you can erase it, you can start again. And let me tell you, I've about got that button worn out from deleting and starting again, because I'm of the type that I don't necessarily create a script ahead of time. I have an idea come to my head, and you know what? I'll pull over, I'll stand in a park, I'll do it in my vehicle. I'm like, I've got an idea. I just want to talk about something, or I want to, just do a real quick video to try to keep things somewhat consistent. So you've got the option that you're not stuck with what you record. Once you get it to where you like it, then you can use some of the tools that are still on that recording screen. You can add your text on the screen, things like Phil talked about. You can add some little icons if you want to, or whatever you want to do. It gets much deeper. You can actually type things on your screen, or have artwork on your screen, or import photos, and you can actually set the duration. You can go in, once you get more advanced and learn this, you can go in and tell it, hey, when to have this pop-up up. If you've seen some of my TikToks, I might talk for a minute and I go, and then point to something. And then after I've done that video, because I know I'm going to do that, then I go in and add that photo, and I set when I want that photo to pop up when I point to, like, hey, here's a fun find. Hey, did you see this one? And I'll redo my recording. Then I'll go in and add those photos and set the duration of when they start and when they stop. So it'll pop up on the screen at one point. I'll point to another one. So there's a lot of great tools that are more advanced. But as far as basics go, you do your little thing. I would, you're like, do your little pitch or your spiel, and just try it, and go ahead and hit the next button to continue. Then it'll give you options for putting a title in and some description, even some hashtags if you want to do that. But you can set your privacy. So you can practice with this. Once you get your profile set up, before you publish or post, you can select your privacy so that only you see it. And I would do that for several videos to get your feet wet, because that means you're actually posting them, but it's only visible to you within your account. So then you can go back and do a few of them, and you can go back and watch and critique yourself. And maybe you do it over a period of a few days, and you go, hey, I'm starting to get the hang of this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do one, and if I like it, I'm going to go ahead and publish it to everyone so everybody can see it. That's how I would practice. Or you could, if you just want to practice, just record on your own phone in your photo gallery in your camera, and you can practice that way. And that might be the best way for a beginner, is doing your video that way. And you want to do it portrait style, not landscape, not turn sideways. You want to do it vertical, and you can record yourself on your camera, video camera. And you can actually, once you get one you like, then you can actually take that and upload that into TikTok. Instead of when you hit the plus button and select what you want, photo or video, you can select from your video library right on your phone. So you can practice that way. You don't have to practice in TikTok. And then you can import it. It's really not hard.
So what you're saying is, I'm new to TikTok. I'm scared to even put my face on there. I'm scared if I hit a button, something's going to go wrong. I don't know what to do, right? But what you're saying is, I could literally go in there and just click the plus button, and then I can see myself, and I can play with the buttons, do a little short video and play with the buttons on the side, just play with it and just get used to it. Is that what you're saying? And the video's not going to go out nowhere. I'm not going to publish it, but I can go in there and just play with stuff and look at stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, not until you move forward and you go to the point to where you're posting it, you can play with that stuff in there. It's pretty safe, and you're not really going to mess anything up. So
okay, and if I don't know how to get rid of it, Can I just back out of it and it goes away?
You can, when you open, if you go out of it, it'll ask you if you want to delete it, then you can delete it. If you happen to just panic and close your app, when you reopen the app, you're going to have a drop down that says, do you want to continue editing this video? And you just hit cancel or no, whatever it says. Then that will get rid of it if you didn't get rid of it on your last time in the app.
Okay. And last question for you, Jim. Let's say that I've got my TikTok account and I really don't want to put my face on there at first. I want to do this thing they call faceless videos. Because all I'm trying to do is get followers right now. I'm trying to get to that 500 where I can get enough guts to go live. I don't even know if I'll get there, but I'm going to try. So are you telling me like this thing that came from FunSaver, right? This watch. I can just take a picture of this watch with my phone and just put the watch on TikTok?
Absolutely. That's faceless marketing.
Okay. And then I can put the text on it that says 70 to 90% off. I bought this watch from a discount shopping club.
Yeah. Whatever you want to do. Yeah.
Okay.
You can put the retail. Hey, this retailed at $200. I picked this up for $20. Want to know how? Hit the link in my bio. And you don't have to put your face if you don't want to. So,
okay. So I've heard two people now. I've heard Phil say and you say, hit the link in my bio. But remember, I'm new.
You're right.
It's there, but it don't work.
So you can actually, you're not going to have a clickable link till you get to 1,000 followers. But people, you can still type in a description. You can still type your website in there. It's just that somebody's going to have to copy it and try to type it in the browser to get there, but they can get there. So it's part of the growing pains of having a new account.
Right.
And I, if I may, I would like to go back before you started having me answer the first question. When you're creating a profile, I would give this some thought when you first create it. And this is I'm giving my personal opinion. There's mixed feelings about it. If you're only promoting FunSaver Network, then, you can get away with putting your FunSaver link in there and having your profile based around FunSaver Network. If you're someone that promotes multiple different things, then you probably already know how to do this. There's ways to have multiple links, a link tree or whatever that I don't want to get into that. But like Phil said, I would put your personal face, if you're all right with using your face on the internet, I would do that. That's part of the know, like, and trust factor. If I put a picture of a dog's or flowers or something up there, nobody's getting to know me. So if you're absolutely against not having your face on the internet, then do something else. But I would get a nice photo of yourself, of a headshot, take one, put it on there, and use that as part of your brand, getting people to get to know you. Because if you do decide to be in your videos, they get to know you. I had a huge hurdle getting over this last year when I first started doing digital marketing. I did not want, I'm like, look at this. Nobody wants to see my face. And I'm like, I just had to get over it because I needed people to get to know who I am. So now I have the same profile pic on all my social medias, TikTok, Facebook, it's on here. The gray and white, I like the black and white. So I put it everywhere. That's part of my brand, or people get to know me. They recognize me on different spots and they tie me together that way. But my point was, what's the mixed signals on this? But my opinion is, I'll do some things out. All I promote right now on TikTok is FunSaver Network, but I'll do some in between funny things that are kind of related. But I would really caution you doing a bunch of personal things. If you're trying to promote this and grow a business, I would really caution you to mix a bunch of different personal, unrelated things on your posts and videos throughout them, because it's going to confuse people. They're like, well, you're putting out digital real estate, and you want those posts to get picked up throughout TikTok and people to get to your profile. You gain followers, you gain possibly new signups for your membership. But I would caution, like, controversial issues. I would caution to stay away from politics, social issues, things that are going to divide people that may keep them away from joining you in business. I see it happen, and people mix these things in. And when I get to one, I scroll right past it. I don't get involved in that stuff. I'm here for business. And yeah, I like watching funny videos, but when it gets into debates and things, I would caution to stay away from those types of posts when you're creating a profile in post. That's just my personal opinion.
So again, the last thing, Joe, what I'm understanding what you're saying, and I learned this the hard way, is when you start your TikTok account, here's what TikTok does. Because you're new, TikTok pays a lot of attention to you. And when you start putting things out there, they want to get you out to a lot of people, right? And that's because you're new. They want to put you out there because you're new. And if you're talking about Fun Saver 1 minute, then you're talking about your dogs the next minute, and then you're talking about a vacation trip you went on the next minute. TikTok is trying its best. Its algorithm is trying to go, who are you? What is it you're trying to convey? What is your message? Okay, today I got your message. It's your business. Okay, I'm gonna try to put you out on people that's got home-based business in their profile, keywords, whatever, because I understand that's what you want to talk to. So I'll start putting you there. The next day you're talking about your dog, and now it's going, oh my God. What do I do with you now? Do I send you to veterinarians? Do I send you to people that their TikTok channel is all about their cats, their dogs, their birds? What do I do with you? Then the next day, you're talking about your vacation. Oh, now TikTok algorithm is going, I got no idea what to do with you. I don't know where to put you. I don't know where to send you. I am confused. So here's what we're going to do. Nothing. I'm not pushing you to nobody. I'm not going to try to help you until you straighten yourself out and figure out one thing that you want to do that I can help you with. Now, here's the difference. You talk about your business one day. The next day, you're walking your dog and you're talking about this fantastic collar you bought from Fun Saver Network, whatever. And then the next day, you're talking about the vacation you're going on because you made some ducats with Fun Saver Network and it's paying for your family vacation. That's different. That's congruent. That works. Okay. So just be careful the message that you're putting out there, because I'm going to tell you, there is no algorithm like TikTok. None. In any social media you're in, none. That TikTok algorithm is probably the smartest thing I've ever seen, and it knows exactly what you're doing. And it knows exactly what you're talking about, and it knows exactly where to push you. Now, let me go to a couple questions. I saw them in here. Okay. And we're going to go to people's handle here in just a second. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to go over this with everybody. All right. So they're talking about, and we're going to need somebody on a live that can go through and show your phone and work the system. We can do that. That's possible. But let me invite you to try something first. Go to YouTube and put in TikTok for beginners, because there will be thousands of videos of people showing you TikTok for beginners. Here's another thing you can do. When you get your TikTok on your phone and you go in there for the first time and you're watching videos, there's a little hourglass up at the top, like a little magnifying glass. You can click on it, that opens up a search bar. And you can type in there whatever you want. How do I make my first video? You see TikTokers doing videos how to do it. You can watch them. How do I put the text on there? You see TikTokers showing you exactly how to go over here to the right, click on the text, put it on there. It's all there. All you have to do is ask it, and it'll tell you. All the information is there, okay? And the reason that I say that, because we can do a video and we can show you, and here's what I know to be true. We can spend the time showing you how to do it. And by the time we get off of that, it's so much information, you're going, oh my God, I can't remember what we talked about at first. So it's a scientific fact that if we show you how to do something, you're only going to retain 25 to 32% of that. That's it. That's it. You won't retain any more. But if you go to YouTube and you do your own search and you start going through there and you go, oh, you're learning. You're learning.
Turn this down real quick.
You're learning how to do it. You're learning how to do it. And you remember that. I'll give you a prime example. My good buddy sent me a deal today going, can you teach me how to do the link tree? And I said, sure. I said, do you have link loaded yet? And do you have the free version? Nope. I said, do that first. He got that done. He goes, okay, I'm ready. I go, okay, here's what you do. Go to YouTube University and ask, how do I set up my personal profile on Linktree? I am not going to sit there and walk you through everything because you don't learn it. You have to go get it and learn it and do it. And then you never forget it. That's how you get through it real quick. You didn't learn how to ride a bicycle because somebody set you down and told you how to ride it. You rode it because you went and did it. That's just how this thing works. That's life. That's life in general. Okay, next question. Hold on, I'm sorry. I got a little bit long-winded there. Okay, so we set our video for 10 minutes and I only talked for 1 minute. And that's all I talk. Okay, so let me grab somebody real quick. Hey, Bobby, can you hear me? I see
Yes,
you looking.
I can. I'm sorry. I'm answering text as we speak.
I know. So let's say that I hit the record button and I go 10 minutes because I don't know how long it's going to be. And I'm done in 1 minute.
Then hit the stop button.
That's it?
That's it.
And it only takes the 1 minute?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't usually do a 10-minute video. Sometimes TikTok will push those out and sometimes they don't. We just never know what they're going to do every day. So I usually go in and do the 60-second. That seems to be the most popular one. And what I've learned for a year, 7 seconds, they love those too. And I'm telling you, you can get one in 7 seconds. My last 3 have been that way and they went way out. And I got a lot of people commenting because it was short and to the point. Yeah.
Remind me to come back to that because that was something that's on my list over here.
Okay.
Clara Bernard. Hope I said that correct.
Yeah.
I can tell that Clara understands TikTok because as we're talking about this, she says that you can put it on your stories. Now, folks, if you're a Facebook person, you understand Facebook has these things called reels, correct? And I think stories too. I don't know. But you can literally go live on Facebook. You can also do little short stuff in reels. You can do all that stuff. TikTok's the same. Not only can you make a little video and put it on your profile page or your For You page or whatever, but you can do that. But then you also have a thing called stories. And what, Clara, can you hear me? Can you unmute, please? She wasn't prepared for this. If it's no, just go, no. I don't want to talk.
Morning, Claire.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay, Clara. I don't want to go too deep in the woods or too deep in the rabbit hole because I'm trying to keep this on a basic thing. But I don't know anything about stories, but I know they're there. Can you just kind of give us a stories 101?
I don't know like 100%. I just know that through scrolling and everything like that, I've noticed that apparently TikTok now, because everybody was having issues with, not being able to do the links until you get like the 500 or 1,000 followers. And I guess they've added a feature in there where you can, add like stickers or different things like that. But there's also a portion in that you can add like an actual link, and you type in, once you click on that, you can type in your link and then it just attaches to the story like a clickable link.
Okay. I don't know that one, but we're going to learn that one. That's great. Thank you, Clara. These are the kind of, this is what we learn when people say things. Okay, clickable link before you get 500 or whatever, or 1,000. So Jane,
something.
Go ahead, Jim.
Hey, also, besides YouTube, ironically, TikTok itself is an amazing search engine for things about TikTok. I don't know if you said that. I was checking the weather.
Yeah, on magnifying glass. Yeah,
Oh.
I did. So Jane Suma, when you put your little short video up there and you don't have a clickable link and you don't know nothing about the stories yet, her question is, can you go down in the comment section and put your link in there? Okay, so I'm not going to say yes or no because I don't know if it's still going to be clickable or not. But here's what I will say. When you're doing your video, whether it be picture of a watch or whatever it is, when you put the text on your video page, and listen, at any given time, if I say something wrong, you got to stop me because I'm not a professional here. But when you put your text on the page, I think you could put your link on the page itself. Now, it's not going to be clickable, of course, but they're going to see it. They're going to see it on the page, whatever your link is, like fsnfun.com or what. But you could put the text on the page. Philip, is that, or Jim, is that correct or incorrect? Are they to allow you to do that?
Philip, there.
On TikTok itself, putting the link on the picture, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, let's say I take a picture of this watch that I just showed you.
Right.
And that's going to be my first thing, like a faceless video. And I'm going to put up there, say 70 to 90% membership club. And I'm going to say, check it out. I'm going to put the text on the picture, right? I'm going to say, check it out. FSNfun.com, because that's my link.
No, you can't. You cannot show a link on your videos.
Mhm.
An
Okay.
actual link, you cannot show it.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to hear. Now, go to Jane's question. Once I have my video up and I go put my first comment, I'm not the first one comments on my video. And I put my link in the video, my link in the comment, first comment. Can you do that?
Yes, you can do that.
Okay.
A lot of people do that, especially if they don't have a clickable link
Yep.
in their profile. They can do that. I just want to say something real quick. I meant to say it a while ago. TikTok rolled out a whole new set of rules and regulations today or yesterday, and they have they've cut down a lot of stuff. So if y'all would, especially y'all are new to TikTok, I would highly suggest that you go read the guidelines in your account. Because like I said, they just rolled out a whole new set of rules today. And Claire a while ago was talking about how putting the link in your story. I don't know as of today if it's still in there because I tried to use it last night and it was not an option for me when I tried it last night. And I thought maybe it's because I had a personal account, maybe I had a business account, but I have two different accounts. One's business and one's business and one's personal. I tried it on both accounts and that option was not there. I'm not saying it just might have been my account or whatever, but I'm not for sure on that. I would double check on that part.
Okay. Okay.
Because I was using it just a few days ago because I was telling Bobby about it. And because I actually seen a video on TikTok about it. How you go in there and put your actual clickable link on your stories.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Miss Bobby.
Yes, sir.
Hold on. The next question's for you. The next question for you. Let me go back to Philip. Philip, give us some examples. Okay, so now I've got my TikTok account. I've been making some videos. I got 500 followers. I got it done. And now all of a sudden I get this live button and I can go live. I can go live now. And then, so tell me how I go live, Philip. How do I go live?
All you got to do is like that little plus button down there, like you want to go post to make your videos and post your videos. Just push that plus button again. Slide it all the way, slide it to the left to bring everything to the right up. The very last far option on there should be live if you can go live.
Okay.
Click on your live and it'll bring up just like you're making a video of yourself. A bunch of things will pop up on the screen that you can like use effects or stuff like that. If you're new to it, don't even bother with none of that because you'll just have to play with that to understand that. One thing I will tell you is hit settings, and scroll all the way down to the bottom and turn on your content disclosure. Turn that on. If you're promoting FunSaver or anything of your own products or somebody else's product, because they are banning accounts for not having that on, because what it does is when you go live and you have that on, it shows up there in the top corner that you are promoting or you're promoting an object or a program or whatever you're doing. It tells your viewers when they come in, this ain't just going to be some funny, whatever fun deal. The person in this live is actually promoting something. But if you do not have that turned on, I think if a lot of y'all know, if you notice, I haven't been live for the last 3 or 4 days because I got myself in trouble on TikTok. And
We'll cover that in a minute. Hold on, you're going too far. Going too
Okay.
far. Okay, so Jim. So it's my first time going live, right? And I click that button to go live, and this whole menu thing comes up. Is there a practice mode that I can practice till I get comfortable?
Yes, there is.
How do I find that?
So in your settings, there's a little, when you go in there, there'll be a bunch of things on the screen before you actually go live. There's going to be a settings icon or tab, whatever you want to call it. Hit settings, and there'll be a list of things, and there's a practice mode in there. What you got to watch though is it only let you go. You're practicing it. What is it, for a minute or 2 minutes maybe? And all of a sudden, if you don't see the drop down that says, do you want to go live? If you don't click no, before you know it, it's counting down and it's going to go live on you. So you want to make sure that you are aware that when it says, do you want to go live, say no. But yeah, you can sit there. Once you click no, you can practice, I think, as long as you want to.
Yeah, so I can go in there and click the buttons to the right, look at everything in there because I'm in practice mode. Nothing's going live, right?
Correct. And I would also encourage, if you're new and your sponsor or somebody else on your team or one of us, maybe we're not even on your team, if we go live and we're used to doing that, maybe jump in with somebody. Ask ahead of time, hey, I see you go live and you have guests up, or, Friday night's a great one. Me, you, and Phil go live on Friday nights at 9 Eastern. Dip your toes. If you want to do live, partner up with somebody or get with a group of people and at least get in a box, get used to talking. It's not your own live. You won't have all those settings, but it'll kind of break the ice where you see yourself on camera and you're like, I'm on TikTok live. It kind of gets you over that fear if you have it. But that's one way to get past that. It's not going to, like I said, it's not going to give you the option to do all the settings, but maybe you've practiced those on your own. Now you just want to get over that thing of getting your face live on TikTok for potentially thousands or tens of thousands of people to see. So.
Correct. Thank you, Jim. Thank you. Now, the next thing is I see that we didn't talk about getting the followers. That's coming. That's coming up. I'm not there yet. We kind of tapped on it a little bit. And the setting, Clara, is when you click the button to go live, it's called settings, and you'll see it. It says practice mode. Click practice mode. That's what it is. Okay, now back to you, Bobby. Here we go.
Okay.
Can you tell me some things? And I know that you're having success on TikTok. You don't know all the ins and outs, but you know enough. You know how to go live. You know the things to say. You know things. How did you get all of your followers? How did you do that, Bobby? How did you get over 12,000 followers? How did that happen for you?
Well, I had a couple of videos that I did that went viral, and they actually weren't even about the business side. They were just some songs that people liked, and that got me that way. But I went in and I just followed people in their lives that were talking about digital marketing when I started. I follow people in FunSaver. I would go into people's lives and listen to them, and I would follow them, and they would see that I follow them down there in the comments, and then they would follow me back. And I got a lot of followers that way. And it's the safest way to do that, to keep your algorithm the way you want it, is go into the lives that people are doing the same thing that you're doing, right? Because
Okay.
that's going to help your algorithm. And so that's what I did. And I mean, I've been at it for a year, so it's taken me that long to get there. I mean, it just has. But and I've had a couple of videos that went big. So, you know,
It's still 1,000 followers per month. That's a lot. That's a
that's a
lot.
lot. That's a
Phil, I
lot.
know you're at over 24,000 followers. Same question to you. How did you get all these people? How did you get all these followers?
Honestly, I don't know.
Okay.
No,
Hey, perfect
I got
answer.
a lot of
Yeah.
them. A lot
Yeah.
of them I get off my lives. Because I can get off my live sometimes, and because when you end your live, it'll tell you, there's a little breakdown, tells you like how many people come through your room, how many comments you had while you're live, how many gifts, if you got any gifts. But if you scroll down a little bit, it'll tell you how many followers are you gained off that live.
Mhm.
And for most times when I go live, I'll gain anywhere from 10 to 20, 30, 40 followers on my lives.
Mhm.
And then you can gain, followers through your posts, your videos you put out. Because once people sees it and they go watch your video, your little pictures over the right side, a little plus button, they push that button, that means they automatically start following you. So there's several different ways that you can get followers, but my biggest followers I get is off my lives that I do.
Okay.
And
Right.
Ron, can I say something real quick? It
Go ahead.
just reminded me too. What I do is, everybody in FriendSaver, when you post a video, guys, follow all of us, go in there and hit follow, go to our video and go from the bottom up. You want to repost it twice. Then you want to save it as your favorite. And then you want to comment at least 5 words, and then push that when the video is going, just tap that screen. It'll punch a bunch of hearts on it. TikTok loves that.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's going to help too. Yeah.
Can I
Okay.
say one other thing, Ron, real quick about that issue?
Yeah.
We can talk about an hour later, but there's a thing on TikTok that you can use. It's called Creator Search Insight. And what it is TikTok is literally telling you what they want you to make. You can go in there, you can select what making money, online business. And you go in there and you find that, and you click on the tab on there, and you make a video related to that subject, and
Mhm.
you post it.
Mhm.
TikTok will push you out harder through those insights, because that's what TikTok is looking for you to make.
That's what's trending.
Yeah, and I don't use it very often. I'm gonna start using it, especially with all the updates they just did on TikTok,
I use it every time I post a video.
because TikTok is really, really, and another thing right now, TikTok is really pushing out pictures.
Mhm.
Like he was talking about, like take a picture of that watch and push it out. Not even a video, a post, just do a picture and video. Or TikTok is really looking for that right now, from
Okay.
what I understand.
Okay. So,
I
Miss
want
D.
to chime in on the follower thing too, if I could.
Okay.
So one of the things that I've started doing is, instead of, the 4 of us that have been talking, we started in digital marketing a year ago or so, over a year ago. And so a lot of our circle is digital marketers. And that's proved to be a good and a bad thing for promoting FunSaver. We've gotten some customers, members from it, but I'm going outside the box now. And how I've been growing lately, I don't have as many as these guys do. I've got a little over 2,000 now, but it wasn't that long ago that I was at 1,500. And what I've been doing is thinking outside the box with FunSaver in mind specifically. Who are FunSaver potential good candidates for being members? And we talk about resellers all the time. So what I've been doing is I've been searching for, and it's changed my algorithm. My feed now has more of this, so it's real easy for me to follow these people. They're resellers, they're thrifters, they're people that go to Goodwill bins, they're TikTok affiliates, TikTok shop sellers, people that are product driven, that want to find great deals on products so they can resell, or they're in that mode that they garage sale but they're buying and reselling. So I've started tapping in on that segment, and I will follow them, and I'll give it like a week or something. I'll go back through my list and I'll see if they followed me back. If they won't, I'll click to unfollow, and then I immediately click follow back, and it sends them a new notification, and it puts me back on their radar. And I've had several of them, like after a week, and I redo that, within hours, they follow me back, because they've getting so many notifications, they missed me. So they didn't see my original one. So I'll annoy them again, and so I've been picking up some of those followers that are in the resale community. So you can do the same thing. Think of a segment. Who would be a great candidate for Fun Saver? It could be shopping. It could be stay-at-home moms. It could be thrifters, people that, are coupon cutters. I mean, there's all kinds of things you can search for, and you can pick a segment.
So Jim, if I go to my TikTok, right, and I'll open it up and I'm watching a video, that magnifying glass up at the top right-hand corner, if I click that, up a search bar, I can put in there what I'm looking for. I can look for home-based business, thrifters, whatever, and it'll bring up videos of those people. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, it'll give you some categories across the top. It'll be like,
So as I'm watching the videos, I can hit follow, follow, follow.
Yeah, and you want to watch how rapid you do it and how many you do it, because they will limit you if you do them too fast or too many. I think they limit to you around 200 a day.
Yeah.
So, but you want to do it. You don't want to just go bang, 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 bang down the list. You want to, if you've got a list of people, you want to follow. It might even be worth your time to look at their profile first, and it gives it a little bit of time. So TikTok's algorithms aren't stupid. They know, and they can tell where you've been, what you've looked at. So obviously they know your views and everything else. So if they know you're just banging through following people, they're like, a red light's going to go up. Hey, what's going on here? Somebody's doing something, that may not be quite right. So if you take the time, look at the profile, even for a second, when you're on the profile, the follow button's right there. So you've looked at their profile. It looks legit. They look like a real person. Follow. And then you go back arrow, and you look through the list and find another one, look at the profile. So it gives it a little time. So it looks like genuine engagement or genuine following, and not just spamming or, doing whatever. So,
Now, one of the ways that was brought up earlier that you can guarantee yourself that you can get real people to follow is if you find somebody doing a live and you click the button to go into their live, right? And then you just start scrolling. And as you're scrolling, all you're seeing is people that's live, because you're in this live mode. You've gone into the live world and you start scrolling, and then everything you see, they're live, 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 live. Now, when you follow somebody in a live, that's the real person. It's not somebody trying to scam you. It's not somebody trying to figure out who you are so they can get you over to WhatsApp to take your money. It's none of that. It's not a bot. It's not a user, 17 different numbers. It's none of that. It is a real person because they're live. And if you follow them, and if you're in their live, you can follow them live, and they'll see you. And they'll go, oh, I see you. I'll follow you back. Now you can go build your following that way as well. Okay, take some time. Take some time. But I want to share with everybody. Go ahead.
I was just going to say something about what Jim was talking about, how you can go there and don't follow too many at one time, because it will think you are a bot. Speaking of which, I just got my cup the other day, just like the one he's drinking out of. But anyway, what I would do, since the algorithm won't think you're a bot, like he was talking about, don't just bam, 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 just don't bang them out. Go in there and make a comment on their video or something. Just say, hey, nice video, good content, whatever. Just put like 5 words in there. Then go to your next one. Follow. Put 5 words in there, because bots can't comment. So they're not right there. It tells TikTok you're not a bot. If you're commenting on videos, you are a real person.
Yeah.
So that's just another way. I was kind of wanting what Jim was talking about, I mean, I've done that myself, but it's best if you put some kind of comment on one of their videos so TikTok doesn't think you're a bot.
And when you go to somebody's video, you'll see their little circle, their little profile, their picture or whatever on the right-hand side. And if you take your finger and just touch the screen right above that and hold it down, it'll speed that video 2 times the speed. And you can just buzz right through it and then put a comment in there, then follow. Okay.
Yeah,
So
they want you to watch it all the way through.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay. I want to share something with everybody really quickly. So we're talking about getting followers. We're talking about getting engaged. That's if you want to do TikTok. Again, if it's not for you, it's not for you. You don't have to do that. But let me share my screen. And I'm going to pull this up right here. Here. Okay. This is the school community. Okay. Inside school, I hope all of you are in there. If you're not, you need to be in here. Right here underneath, see, it's showing that we're live right now because it's on the calendar. It understands we're supposed to be doing this. But right below that, where it says share your TikTok address, a lot of people are just coming down here and putting their TikTok address down here. That is not where we want it. Right here, share your TikTok address, your handle, whatever. Look, go click that. It opens up. People are putting their TikTok address in here. My goal is to get 500 people in here with their TikTok address, because then when a person opens up their new TikTok, they can go into this section right here and they can make a comment up top. I just started my TikTok. Would you guys help and follow me? That's all you got to do. And then they'll start following you. And then don't follow them back too fast. Just like Phil said, take it easy. These people can come follow you. That's okay. But don't follow them back too fast. Follow them back, yes, but not too fast. So if you're in school, please, this is where you put your TikTok handle. Here. Not in just the regular community talking. Not here. Here, where it says share your TikTok address. Right here. And you can comment it. You can put it right in here. No problem. Okay? Everybody, I hope everybody got that. All right, so let me stop sharing. Okay. D, can you hear me? She goes, you said you're going to call me, but it's like late. Okay. All right. So any other questions? Because over the hour, and I usually only like to go an hour. Is there any other questions on what we're talking about whatsoever? Because if there's not, I got a couple of questions I want to end. Any questions? You can unmute. You can unmute yourself. Nobody's blocked out on muting.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I'm here, but I'm sorry, I have bad service, so I keep freezing.
No, that's okay, D. D, if you don't mind, we'll make this the last thing. D, first of all, congratulations. You got your first person on TikTok. That's fantastic. That's awesome.
Thank you.
I want to ask you, I know you're going through it. I know you're trying to learn it. I know me and you talked. I know you're going, oh my God. And you're going through it. And I just want you, from that standpoint of just a person learning it and going through it, just how scary is it?
Well, in the beginning, it was really scary. I mean, I've been on TikTok now for a couple of years, to be quite honest. I just haven't been consistent whatsoever. And I especially haven't been specific about any 1 or 2 or 3 things. I'm all over the board, like you know, Ron. So right now, where I'm at, it's not scary. It's just feels overwhelming sometimes. So you just got to stick with it and just try to learn one thing at a time and not try to dive in and want to know all the things all at once.
Yes.
I mean, I just learned quite a lot right here tonight. But I just started playing around with buttons, and you just got to test it out and see what it does.
There you go. As we always say, the learning's going to do it. Thank you, Dee. Thank you.
Yep.
The last thing I have, I saw put inside the chat about the goal is to go put content out 3 times a day. And that is a goal. That is an absolute goal. But let me explain something to you about TikTok. And I don't know everything about TikTok, but I know this. TikTok is about one thing: engagement. Nothing else means nothing. Engagement. And here's what I can tell you. They only want you to do one thing: be consistent. If you can only do one piece of content a day, do one piece of content a day, but do it every single day. If you have the time to do 3 pieces of content a day, do 3 pieces of content a day. But I'm going to tell you, for beginners, when you start talking about 3 pieces of content a day, they're like, I don't even know what to say on one, much less 3 a day. So do the small steps, one thing at a time, one thing at a time. If you do it enough, and the learning's in the doing, I don't know if you'll ever become an expert, but I guarantee you tomorrow you'll be better than you were yesterday. That's all I know, is if you keep doing it and you keep learning and you keep educating what's happening when you're trying to promote your business. So, folks, last chance for a question or a comment. We're going to get out of here. It's 10 after 8 already.
Hey, Ron,
Yeah.
I just wanted to add that we found out the other day that you don't need 500 followers to go live if you have a business account.
That's true. That's true. The only thing with a business, look, it's got its pluses, it's got its minuses. With a business account, if you're a person that's doing faceless and you're doing a lot of backtrack music, business accounts, their music selection is not that good.
Oh, yeah, we did find that out too, because Ken just started going live with a business account.
Yeah, and just because it's a personal account versus a business account doesn't mean you got to have 500 exactly. Because here's what I know: if you're on there every day and you're consistent with your 1 or 2 or 3 pieces of content, and you're doing it every day, and TikTok goes, oh, look, they're here every day. Oh, they're talking about the same thing. Oh, let's push them out. You'll normally get opened up to live before you hit 500.
Right. I was just going to say that.
Yeah, that's correct, Michelle. I mean, even with a personal account versus a business account.
Right. The more you're on there, the better chance you have of getting to go live. You could have somebody I know had like 30 or 300, I can't remember. And they get to go live because they're always posting, they're always on there. You know, the more you're on there, the better chance you have of being able to go live.
Absolutely, 100%. Thank you, Michelle, for that. Thank you.
Yeah. Where do you find the creator search insight? That's what I'm trying to look for.
If you go to TikTok and you hit the magnifying glass up there and type in creator search insight, that's where you'll find it. That's where you'll find a bunch of videos on it. You'll find out how to find it. They'll tell you how to work it. They'll tell you everything. They'll tell you everything about creator search insight. That's how I learned it. Guys, I am telling you, I am 63 years old. I'm not supposed to be on TikTok, and I'm really not that much, but I understand it a little bit, not as much as these folks, just a little bit. But if I can go do this, so can you. I mean, so can you. It's not that huge animal that you're going, oh God, I can't figure this out. You can figure it out. And it's just a way to reach tens of thousands of people. Last thing, we're out of here. Listen, a lot of you, when you get that thing to go live, if it's 300 or if it's 30 or if it's 400 or whatever, when you get that live button and you decide to go live, I got to tell you this, and please pay attention to me. When you go live, you're going to be nervous as all get out. It's just the way it's going to be the first time. You're not going to know what to say. You're probably going to be sweating. You're probably going to go, what am I doing? You're probably going to get scared, all these things. But as you do it a couple of times, now you're going, oh, let me start watching this number in the right-hand corner. How many people's in my room? That's in your live room. You're going to see 2, 1, none. This is what you're going to see. And you're going to go, see, it don't work. And you're going to walk away. Don't do that. Let me make a suggestion. Get you a piece of duct tape and cover the corner of that phone where you don't see that number anymore. Don't even look at it, because here's what's happening. You're on TikTok live and you're doing your live thing or whatever you're doing, and you don't know how many people are in the bleachers watching you. There could be 100, there could be 200. You don't know. You got no idea, because they're not in your live. Here's what they're doing. You have to earn their trust. They're going to watch you. They're going to see if you're real. They're going to see if you got anything that's interesting to say. They're going to see if you got anything that's for them, because that's all they care about anyway. Then they're going to look for you again the next day. Then they're going to look for you again the next day. Then they're going to look. Once you earn their trust, here's what happens. They click that button and they come into your life. Guess what they just did? They walked into your house. They have walked into your house. And when they walk into your house, because that's what you've been wanting them to do, you better welcome them in your house. Don't ignore them. You're going to say, welcome in. Welcome to my house. Whatever you want to say, but acknowledge they're there. You have to. They have come, stepped in your front door at you. This is your house now. They've been outside your house watching you. Who is this? What are they talking about? Are they good? Are they real? Are they nice? Okay, had enough. I'm going in. They come into your life. They're in your house. Acknowledge they're there. Welcome them in. Okay? Always welcome people in that steps into your life. You'll see it. You'll see it. They're down at the bottom. They're either commenting. You'll see them just joined your live. You'll see it at the bottom. Just call them out. Welcome them. Okay? That's all I got, folks. We've been here an hour and 15 minutes. There was a lot to cover, and we haven't even scratched the surface. We haven't. We haven't scratched the surface. So I want to thank each and every one of you for hanging out with us this evening on TikTok. We didn't cover a lot about FunSaver. There's a lot about FunSaver, what we did about the texting and the app that's coming. There's an app coming as well. And I just want to remind everybody, because I've been hearing it, that when people go, because there's a lot of people coming in now, and I've been hearing it where it's like, I went to that shopping and there ain't a whole lot in there I want. Let me explain something to you. That's important to understand. We are not an Amazon. We are not an eBay. We are not, you're going to go in there and go find things on the shelf, whatever you're looking for. That's not what we are. We are a wholesale buyers club. That new stuff is coming in all the time. Just because you don't see nothing today doesn't mean you won't see nothing tomorrow or the next day. That's who we are, okay? At super discounted rates. Now, is there things on the shelves you can buy all the time? Yes. The creams are there all the time. The digital products are there all the time. And there's more things coming that's going to be there all the time. But let's throw all of that out the window. I don't even want to talk about it. Gone. We don't have it, okay? You have a business in a box for $25 a month that you don't have to buy anything. You don't have to sell anything. You can just go share with people. Now, people that are just shoppers, they got to understand we're not Amazon. We're not eBay. There's things coming through there constantly. And if you like them, you like them. If you don't, you don't. Just because I got this Costco card doesn't mean I shop there every day. And it doesn't mean when I go into a store looking for something specific, if they don't have it, I'll walk out with nothing. It's the same, but it's just online. It's kind of like somebody else. It's like Jim, I think, said. It's an online bin store. You ever walked in a bin store and you go, oh, wow, $7 a day. Let me look through all. You're looking through and you go, I think I got nothing. I'm out. You walk out the door. You come back next week. That's who we are. Please understand that's what we are. Okay? So I want to thank all of you for hanging out with us this evening. God bless each and every one of you. Tomorrow night, Bob is doing the presentation again, the opportunity presentation, 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern. We are on Zoom.com. We will see each and every one of you there. Have a fantastic night, everybody.
Good night, everyone. Thanks, Ron.
Good night.